What specific problem does your method aim to solve regarding the hallucination effects in large reasoning models?
Our method aims to systematically investigate and quantify the hallucination effects in large reasoning models, LRMs, by analyzing their performance on fact-seeking tasks, specifically focusing on how different post-training strategies influence hallucination rates. We identify two critical cognitive behaviors, flaw repetition and think-answer mismatch, that contribute to hallucination, particularly in LRMs developed through reinforcement learning, RL only, or supervised fine-tuning, SFT only. Our findings reveal that LRMs developed with both SFT and RL stages exhibit improved factuality, while those relying solely on one of these methods tend to increase hallucination. Additionally, we explore the underlying mechanisms of hallucination, highlighting issues of miscalibrated internal uncertainty in LRMs, which further exacerbates the problem. Ultimately, our work advocates for a more comprehensive evaluation of factuality alongside formal reasoning tasks during the development of LRMs to mitigate hallucination effects.
Can you explain how the proposed method or algorithm works step by step, particularly detailing the processes involved in the SFT and RL stages?
The proposed method for developing large reasoning models, LRMs, involves a two-stage post-training process, supervised fine-tuning, SFT, and reinforcement learning, RL. 1. Supervised fine-tuning, SFT. Initially, a non-reasoning model undergoes cold start SFT, where it is fine-tuned on a large dataset of long chain-of-thought COT reasoning examples. This stage primes the model to develop long-thought reasoning capabilities by exposing it to structured reasoning tasks, allowing it to learn how to decompose complex tasks into manageable sub-goals. 2. Reinforcement learning, RL. Following SFT, the model enters the RL stage, where it is trained using a reinforcement learning framework that incorporates verifiable rewards. This stage incentivizes the model to explore optimal reasoning paths on formal reasoning tasks, enhancing its ability to generate accurate and factually grounded responses. The combination of these two stages allows LRMs to leverage the structured reasoning learned during SFT while optimizing their performance through RL, ultimately leading to improved factuality and reduced hallucination in their outputs.
Could you provide a simplified example of the inner workings of your proposed method, particularly how it differentiates between SFT only, RL only, and SFT plus RL models?
In our investigation, we differentiate between SFT only, RL only, and SFT plus RL models based on their post-training pipelines and their resulting performance on fact-seeking tasks. For instance, SFT-only models like the distilled Quen3 series undergo supervised fine-tuning on high-quality long chain-of-thought (COT) data, but often produce outputs with shallow reasoning, leading to increased hallucination. In contrast, RL-only models, such as DeepMath Zero, utilize reinforcement learning without the cold start SFT phase, which results in a tendency to get trapped in repetitive reasoning loops and a higher rate of think-answer mismatch, further exacerbating hallucination. The SFT plus RL models, like DeepSeek R1, combine both cold start SFT and reinforcement learning, allowing them to effectively verbalize their knowledge and reason through complex tasks, which significantly enhances their factuality and reduces hallucination. Our experiments show that SFT plus RL models consistently outperform both SFT-only and RL-only models on benchmarks like Simple QA and Trivia QA, demonstrating the importance of integrating both training strategies for improved reasoning capabilities.
What theoretical or practical benefits does your method offer over existing approaches to address the hallucination issue in large reasoning models?
Our method offers significant theoretical and practical benefits over existing approaches by systematically evaluating the hallucination tendencies of large reasoning models, LRMs, based on their post-training strategies. We demonstrate that LRMs developed through a combined cold start supervised fine-tuning, SFT, and reinforcement learning, RL, pipeline exhibit improved factuality and reduced hallucination compared to those trained with RL-only or SFT-only methods. Specifically, our findings reveal that the SFT plus RL models benefit from enhanced reasoning capabilities, allowing them to better verbalize their knowledge and align their answers with their reasoning processes. Additionally, we identify critical cognitive behaviors, such as flaw repetition and think-answer mismatch, that contribute to hallucination, providing a framework for future model development to mitigate these issues. By highlighting the importance of calibration and the relationship between hallucination patterns and post-training strategies, our work advocates for a more comprehensive evaluation of factuality, alongside formal reasoning tasks during LRM development.
How did you validate or test your method? Particularly, what datasets did you use, and what metrics were employed to measure performance against hallucination?
To validate our method, we utilized two widely recognized fact-seeking benchmarks, Simple QA and Trivia QA. These datasets consist of question-answer pairs where the models are required to extract relevant knowledge from their parametric knowledge. We specifically evaluated the hallucination of large reasoning models, LRMs, by employing the LLM as a judge framework, using the Quen 3-32B model to assess the accuracy of the generated answers. The performance was measured in terms of accuracy, with a focus on the change in accuracy between the LRMs and their non-reasoning counterparts, indicating the extent of hallucination. This approach allowed us to quantify the hallucination tendencies of different LRMs based on their post-training pipelines.
What specific results did you achieve with your proposed method in terms of the performance of large reasoning models? And do these results indicate that hallucination rates were effectively reduced?
Our experiments revealed that large reasoning models, LRMs, developed using the SFT plus RL pipeline consistently demonstrated enhanced accuracy on fact-seeking benchmarks, specifically Simple QA and Trivia QA, indicating improved factuality. For instance, models like DeepSeek R1 and Quen 3-32B showed significant accuracy increases compared to their non-reasoning counterparts, suggesting that the long chain of thought reasoning facilitated by this training method effectively reduces hallucination rates. In contrast, LRMs trained solely with RL or SFT exhibited a decline in performance, with RL-only models particularly prone to hallucination due to their tendency to get trapped in repetitive reasoning loops and produce mismatched answers. Our findings indicate that the SFT plus RL approach not only enhances reasoning capabilities, but also correlates with a reduction in hallucination, as evidenced by the lower error rates in factual outputs. Thus, the results advocate for the SFT plus RL pipeline as a more reliable method for developing LRMs with reduced hallucination tendencies.